when the library was built, this area was all set up as, you can see the PowerPoint still there. This was all set up as an area for the photocopier and computer monitors across there. And I said no, we needed a central focus when you entered the library. And in our allocation we had 2 pin boards, so the 2 pin boards went there side by side rather than dispersed through the library, because I really did want a display area when you came into the library. Okay. Patty's my teaching partner, and we decided that we needed something as a welcoming thing to the library, so we put our and we changed that. And so we've got some quotes that we've gathered, you know, from authors and things like that. And we just often there's a Lemony Snicket quote there that the kids like, so we put those in. Okay. Where to next?
It's a lovely, bright, welcoming environment as you come in, I think.
Yeah, we wanted colours.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
We wanted colours. And then the areas through here, when we designed the floor, if you stand back and look at the floor, it was not meant to be all one colour all the way through. So when the floor was designed, it was meant to lead your eye through to the back of the library. And the colours in that were meant to take you through so that you looked that way through the library. And the colours on the end panels, I had those designed to match. So I had some colour swatches, and I went through and just matched the colours with the paint and the chairs and the colours in the carpet to do our end panels. And then we, to put the quotes on the end of the end panels, they're just in one big piece. We had to get those specially done, so they're not letter by letter ones. And we had those, so we just went and found some book quotes that we liked. But we really like the outside of a dog. Yes. Even though it's Melbourne Library. But no one knows it's Melbourne Library as well.
No, that's fabulous.
And then this area here gets used quite a lot, even for teachers' meetings, and it's a nice little space for small groups to work. And this whole area here is on a wireless network, so it's really easy to use. We've got only 4 laptops at the moment, but it means that we can use our laptops from there to here really easily, just move them and just from space to space. And then we've got our junior area over here. Our teacher space, teachers' resources here, not all of them because the rest of the teacher ref are over there, but our big books and those things. And then this area here was our junior area. And we've still got some, I only just ordered so you won't see them. I've just ordered some ottomans and some snake chairs, and they're in greens and beiges that'll be in this area. We've got enough to sit 26 small bottoms in this area, so that'll make a collaborative and flexible space where we can shift the kids around so they can sit around here through our story mat and do stuff we can do on the ground. This area is also set up for the future when we can afford a mobile interactive whiteboard, and that's one of the things on our wish list. So that, and that's why we've kept this space spare, so that we can use that space for, one of those mobile boards, and that would be really good for this area here.
Yes, excellent.
We've done all this stuff for National Year of Reading, and all of the escape, laugh, cry, discover, think. We've used one of the petals from there as part of our display.
That's fabulous.
So it's made it really easy for our displays this year, because all we've done, escaping with stories, we just take out escaping and put another lot of letters in, so we might do discover with stories next, and then we put some books in there that talk about that. But we did escaping with stories, and we're still sorting out, that was for the school holidays, and that's why there's a lot of stuff there, because we talked about school holidays and escape with some books, and so we pulled all that together for the school holiday borrowing, and we let the kids stock up on school holiday borrowing and take a few more, so that, because we think that holidays is the best time to read. You've got time to do some reading.
That's excellent.
And this space here is for teachers to display whatever they like. So this is students' work we use this for, and teachers vie for the spot to hang up.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. when's that display coming down? I want to put some of my stuff up.
Oh, great.
So
you kind of a roster or something?
No, we haven't got a roster. Usually one teacher's saying, when you're going to take that stuff down, we want to put ours up. So we haven't had to roster, and we haven't had to really ask. Teachers just want to display their stuff. So it's really nice. And they come down there and bring their class down and talk about their display when they're here and take photos of the kids, and then that's something that they send home to the mums and dads.
Yes. Well, that's really special, so it's displaying to the whole school, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. The architects are here, they wanted some feedback, and I said to them, I really love this sloping roof because even though there's lights on here now, and I've just flicked them on, but usually you don't need lights on. And in the summer, it really is really nice. It's nice and spacious. Just lets the light through. If that was the same roof, you see the difference between here and there? Those windows just add that extra light through. Yeah. It just makes that much difference. All right. You can't really go in our media room. That's just for whole class stuff.
Okay.
And teachers book that space. It's used for staff meetings. There's an interactive whiteboard in there. So after school it's used. P&C uses it for their meetings. Anyone who wants a meeting space. So we call it a meeting room rather than a classroom or a seminar room. So it's used for those sorts of things.
Excellent. Yes.
Parent-teacher interviews are held there because that room is actually soundproofed. So once you shut the doors, teachers can use that space for parent-teacher interviews.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's genuinely multi-purpose.
Yes, used for everything, all that sort of stuff. And then when you come out onto the veranda, I won't go in there at the moment because and they've just dumped these things here, and I'm really upset about that. But anyhow, it's only short term. Yes, a short term. They tell me.
Okay.
This space out here gets used for the P&C. That's why the barbecue's here. Yes. And it looks a bit grotty. Okay. And we also use it for class activities, for wet area stuff. When the science people came to talk about the pond life and stuff from the area, we had all this set up with ponds and the kids, for those sorts of things. Yes. And it's really, you can still bring out a whiteboard and other chairs as well. To use this as
a wonderful extension to the library.
Yeah,
That was a real sort of inside-outside feel.
At the outside classroom. Yeah.
And particularly because you've got that wonderful area over there as well. Without the things, with the trees and the little shelters and everything.
But then this area can be used, and that's why the barbecue's been left here, because they use this for their barbecue areas, and the two areas joined together through there.
I think it's very effective. I love the way that you've managed to, do this and coordinating of colours, right through your chairs, as you said, the ends of the shelves, the colours, the walls and everything. It's all just come together beautifully, isn't it?
And I kept on about making this flexible. See, all the bookcases are on wheels,
yes.
And I wanted smaller bookcases, so these just don't click, and we can shove everything out. And this was, I think last Friday, this was held for a play. For the Year 3ers. So the whole space is a big open flexible space.
Fantastic.
So the whole lot just moves.
Right.
Or a small group space.
Yes.
So if we're working in there, we want to break out from there, we can use this area as well. So this is, a breakout area. Yes. And we have colouring in and stuff that they do here.
Yes.
On Fridays, because no library staff are here on Fridays, one of the other teachers uses this space and she has games, and we've got a game cupboard, and Dawn's coming, but it's okay, she's not bad.
And I guess if you could just talk about the more sort of like the ergonomic type stuff about how you've got the desk set up.
How we organise all that.
Yes, if Derek, would you be able to just kind of do a bit more about this?
When we designed this here, the original plan was for something that was, see the height here? It was like this high all the way through.
Oh no.
And I said, well, my little kids are this big. And I said, I want something I want to see. I want to see our little kids when they come in.
Yes.
And so we just this was put in just to hide the computer leads and everything else, and keep sticky fingers off it. And then this end part was so that we could have face-to-face. When you're sitting, you had face-to-face with the kids. And that was our focus there, that was how it would work. And then when we came around the back here, it was designed so we had some storage space.
Yes.
And our work area was hidden from view, so we could get as trashy as we liked while we were working. And there's a lead there so that when we can use our laptop up in the end up there and just plug in up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get a bit messy up there, but no one can see it.
Yes, that's clever. And then you've got this nice big sort of space.
This we use for displays. If we've got new teaching resources, we tend to display them here so that teachers can see them. And all the bench heights were made this high so that when you lift a box, you're lifting from this height. I know I'm tall, but most of the other staff that have used it have said they really like this. So when you lift from waist height, because it makes an awful difference when you lift from this height when you're at a lower height.
Yes.
So these were all made that high, and all they did was just bring the kickboards up to make the cupboards a bit higher. That was all they did to do that for us.
Okay. And then you've got this work area. Is this your work area through here?
This room was originally designed to be a teacher's planning space.
Yes. Oh, okay.
But the reading collection overflowed, as you can see.
Yeah.
The reading collection overflowed the compactus, and then it's still a small space, and who tends to use it is our learning support teacher if she wants an isolation area.
Oh, yes.
Some of the mums use it if they just want to work with one-on-one with a child, so it tends to get used for that. We've got some of the mums coming in and helping us with covering, and they use this little space here as well. So its initial intent didn't come out,
Yes.
just because actually the room probably wasn't big enough to do what we wanted.
Yeah.
But the reading collection's actually grown, and we've recatalogued it and reorganised it since we had this space. So in the reorganising and recataloguing of it, it's it's better. It's easy for teachers to access, but it's expanded too.
Sure.
Expanded the original space. Yeah. On the initial plan, this was the teacher librarian's office.
Oh. Which you've obviously forfeited. So.
Well, I never sit in it anyhow.
No, particularly when there's one person. I mean, you couldn't be stuck away in a little office, could you?
Well, there was no doors on it, and it wasn't secure, so I thought, we might as well make it an open space.
Absolutely. Yeah, makes much more sense.
Yes.
Okay, and then around the back here,
Around
it seems
here.
like you've got cooking area or kitchen
It was
area.
just a small kitchen area. Now, we deliberately didn't make this a catering facility.
Yes, okay, very wise.
That was a very deliberate move.
Yes.
It's usually found that the person who lives here the most gets to clean it up, and we didn't want that.
No.
So we just make it's basic. So deliberately it's only a small fridge.
Yes.
Deliberately it's a small microwave, and deliberately there's no jug or urn.
Okay. Yes, exactly. So you don't get everybody converging on here and expecting you to provide everything.
No, or clean up after them.
Exactly.
Although we have provided some, a full range of cutlery and stuff like that. And initially this was going to be our little eating area, but that didn't happen either. We usually use it for stills, things, work in progress, our processing in progress. That's all the posters we've just had laminated. So they're there. So this becomes our work in progress area now.
So you've actually got lots of nice little working areas, haven't
Yes,
you?
we have.
Behind the scenes.
Yes, yes. So that I didn't want clutter that you could see, except for our, So we've got all of our repairs and things happening, and we're getting through the back of those, and our new stuff ready to go out. So we just, as we get them covered, we just put them out gradually. Yeah. So there's a few go out every week.
So it just sort of keeps that excitement going.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we can focus on a few new books and say, look at our new stuff, and then put out a few more new ones. And then this bench over here was deliberately designed again to work at a height. So that, and then we've got a high chair, so you can sit at a high chair. But this is our covering backlog. We've been really up against it this year, trying to get this done. But anyhow, it's all a process. It's just getting through the last bit of the cataloguing. And we did this so that along here was a range of PowerPoints, so that we never ever needed to charge. Like a bank of laptops and things like that, so that we could just stack them here and just plug them all in and charge up. So extra PowerPoints were put in along here for that reason.
Yeah, and that's sort of, forward-looking, isn't it?
Yes.
So it allows for whatever event.
Well, I'm hoping that we all go small screen technologies and they just charge easily, and we won't need to charge banks of laptops.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And I want to look at something nice.
Oh, yes.
And you'll see there's some other ones up on the room in there. And when you go into the media room, you'll see some little Pac-Man. up around the wall in there, and they were just something I did. And look, they were as cheap as chips. They come from one of those Hong Kong fooey shops,
Oh, yes.
you know, dollar bargain shops, and I just stuck them on the wall.
Well, that's lovely, and it just breaks up some of the, some of the larger ones, doesn't it?
Well, I'd seen some of the beautiful stuff that they did. I was one of the big state libraries, they did those big gorgeous insects, and they had them on the walls, and I think they were specially commissioned, and they're really gorgeous.
Yes.
But that was outside of our budget.
Sure.
So I did, I did a budget we could afford. Oh, the printer. It's only the key.
Oh, I see.
The dust off the printer.
I see, I thought there was some sort of magic box or something.
No, it's just to keep the dust out of the printer.
Fair enough. Okay. And this is, you've got plenty of space along
Yes.
here as well, haven't you,
Yes.
for doing all your transactions
Yes.
and things. Yeah.
This one we tend to use, this is our older computer.
Yes.
We tend to use that mainly for just the circulation and stuff. And I use this one with the dual monitor,
Yes.
so that when I'm cataloguing, and I'll show you the way I'll catalogue later if you're interested in that, because I have the internet open at the same time, and I just flip between the two and cut and paste from the internet into it. So I add to the catalogue by doing it that way.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and once I showed our curriculum coordinator how to work with two monitors, he was so impressed he set one up in his office as well. He could see that it was a beneficial work. I took my colour swatch.
Yes.
So these were representative colours, so that was the representative of the carpet, and then that was representative of the greeny colour. There's the actual paint colour, these are the actual two paint colours, and then when I organised the laminate there, we put those three colours together, and that's the wall colour. So when I went shopping,
Yes.
I had my colour swatch.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's good. I mean, it shows you had it sort of in your mind right from the start, didn't you?
Yes, and then the colours went through a few different changes, and I've heard people say, "Oh, I don't like the green," or "I don't like the blue,"
Yes.
but I think it works for a children's library.
Yeah.
Yeah.